Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm in a new setup because I am home for the summer. Thank God. Another thing, your girl's 21 now. I have been like binge watching my old vlogs because, you know, I'm my biggest fan. But it's really crazy that 3 years ago this month, 3 years ago, about 2 weeks ago, was when Summer and I first went to Disney World and first started off my channel and really my love for Disney. So I just can't believe it's been 3 years. I can't believe that the first time I went to Disney World, I was just about to turn 18. And now I'm 21, which means get ready, because next time I go to Disney, oh, I will be drinking. I will be drinking all the drinks. I'll have so much content about Disney alcohol, if that's what you guys want. I don't know. I'm just very excited. Not to be like a drunken mess at Disney, but there are just so many cool drinks that are related to different, you know, parks and different experiences, like the Dreamwalker Sangria at Animal Kingdom, that I'm just so excited now that I have the opportunity to partake in it. Oh my god, Trader Sam's. When we went to Disneyland, Summer and I, all I wanted to do was try a drink from Trader Sam's because their non-alcoholic drinks were so good. But guess what? That has nothing to do with what my video is about today. As you can probably tell by the title, today I wanted to, this is all predictions, so disclaimer, I could be 100% wrong about this, but I wanted to do a video for what to expect on opening day of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That is a mouthful for me to say with a slight lisp. In Disney World.
I can't get the answer to that on Apple Watch.
Okay, this video today, I wanted to, oh, I have to say it again. Today's video, I want to kind of have predictions of what to expect on the first day of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney World. Big difference, not Disneyland, because actually this weekend is when Disneyland is opening up their Galaxy's Edge. I've been seeing media coverage about it and all that. But today I wanted to talk about Disney World, and I wanted to take it from the perspective that I had when Summer, my friend Haley, and I went to Pandora on opening day. So I kind of wanted to give a little bit of my experience on opening day and perhaps what you can expect on Star Wars opening day. Coming at this from an angle of not a super fan, disclaimer, I feel like people know this if you've watched my vlogs, I actually just saw Star Wars a couple months ago. My winter break, Summer and I watched the first 6. We watched 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 in literally a week. We watched one a night. And then I've seen, is it The Last Jedi? Or maybe that's the one I haven't seen. I saw the first one with Daisy Ridley with Rey in it. I have yet to see the last big one. And I haven't seen any of like the spin-offs or whatever, like the Solo. Yeah, but so I'm not coming at it from a super fan perspective. People who, as soon as they found out when Galaxy's Edge is opening, you know, they bought packages specifically for that. You know, they're going that first day because they're super fans. I'm not coming from that perspective. If I were at Disney World first day of Galaxy's Edge, I would 100% be in that crowd. And that was kind of our situation with Pandora. Pandora, I had literally never seen Avatar before. Our whole thing was we had booked our trip, booked our dining, and we had planned that for May 27th of 2017 we were going to go to Pandora because we saw that it was just an extra, they had like an extra magic hour in the morning, and at the time we booked everything we had no clue that Pandora was going to be that day. And we were just like, oh, you know, they have the extra magic hour, we'd love to go knock out Dinosaur and Everest that extra magic hour. And then a few months prior to our trip, we saw that there was even an extended bit of that extra magic hour, and then we go, wait a second, maybe this is the opening day of Pandora. And then they finally announced that yes, the day that we had already planned it being at Animal Kingdom was going to be Pandora's opening day. So of course we were like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us for something so big that had been in the works for so long. Let's just go do it. Our Pandora story, I'll link my vlog to our Pandora opening day experience down below, or up here, the card thing, whatever. So we woke up at 4:30 because the park was opening at 7. The buses, we stayed at Pop Century, the buses at all the resorts started running at 6, so an hour before. So Pandora was projected to open for 7. When we got there, lines were crazy wild, and them leading us into it like a herd of animals, it was just packed. But we were so fortunate that we had a Flight of Passage Fast Pass for like 8 a.m. that day, which is unbelievable. Because we knew Flight of Passage was gonna, there was rumors that it was gonna go up to like a 6-hour wait, which, surprise, it did. So how I got a fast pass, I have no idea, because I remember booking fast passes 60 days out. I actually woke up that day and forgot about it. So I didn't book fast passes for our trip until 10 a.m. that day. And there was so many Flight of Passage fast passes. So to have scored that is insanely lucky. Now I know for Galaxy's Edge, they won't even have fast passes available for the one ride that's open, Millennium Falcon. The Resistance is the other ride. The Millennium Falcon ride, they're not even having fast passes. So a little bit different, but we had a fast pass for Flight of Passage, so our goal was to go right to Navi River Journey. So once they funneled us in by like 7 a.m., we were in line and basically on Navi River in 15 minutes. And then we had the fast pass for Flight of Passage. That was basically, we walked around and stuff, but that was basically the end of our Pandora experience for that day. We went a little bit later at night. We rode Flight of Passage again. It had a 90-minute wait for extended extra magic hours. But let me just say, when we got out of Flight of Passage at like 8:30 a.m., there was like a 3-hour wait to that point already for Flight of Passage. There was a wait to get into Pandora. There was a 3-hour wait for the gift shop, and Navi River was very close to a 3-hour wait. A few hours later, as we were still in Animal Kingdom Park, Flight of Passage got to 6 hours. I want to say Navi River got to 4 or 5 hours. To get into the gift shop was 6 hours. So Thule, I don't even know how long that was. And then just to physically get into Pandora was 6 hours. So to just even get into the park section was 6 hours. And then, like, they capped it off at a certain point. We had met a kid later in the day who waited 6 hours to make a Banshee. So that was wild. And they ended up stopping people from entering the Pandora section at a certain point in the day so they can get through the crowd to open up for the extra magic hours at night. And we went to the extra magic hours. We literally were like looped to the back of the friggin' park to get to Pandora. It was insanity. So that was a little bit of our experience, and I say insanity, but we were not really in it. We were lucky with the fast pass. We got right onto Navi. We played the drums, and we were okay with not going into the gift shop. We were able to order some Pandora. Like, I flew to Pandora on May 27, 2017 online. So really, we had a very seamless first day experience for Pandora. So with that, how I predict Galaxy's Edge to be like on opening day is going to be very similar to Pandora, because although Toy Story Land was also crazy, I think Pandora and Galaxy's Edge are a little bit different because they are like immersive worlds with such strong fan bases. Like Toy Story Land, we already had, you know, All-Star Movies had a Toy Story section, and then we had Toy Story Mania. I feel like with those two sections combined, like, you kind of already had a good idea of Toy Story Land. You know, Slinky Dog Dash, incredible. I haven't done Alien Swirling Saucers, and I haven't eaten at Woody's Lunchbox. I mean, the theming is amazing, but at the end of the day, there was still Toy Story in the parks. There was still a ride for Toy Story. Pandora was like a whole new experience, you know, the highest grossing film, huge immersive land, and Galaxy's Edge is going to be the same thing. Although they have Star Wars stuff all over Hollywood studios, this is next level immersion. Star Wars has been around for decades. The fan base is, you know, people who saw the first movie in theaters in '77 to children nowadays. So it's going to be insane, and it's probably going to be the same as Pandora. So here are my hypothetical predicting tips for you guys if you are going to Galaxy's Edge the first day, especially for those like people who just want to go opening day, who aren't maybe super fans but they want the once in a lifetime experience. Here's how I would go about doing it and how we had planned of going about it in Pandora. Right off the bat, Galaxy's Edge has extra magic hours, so that park is opening up at 6 a.m. opening day, which means that buses from the resorts are going to be going at about 5 a.m. I would suggest, because Galaxy's Edge is probably going to be a little bit crazier than Pandora, to get an Uber to Hollywood Studios by like 4:30. So you're going to want to wake up by like 3:30, 3 at the earliest. Make sure if you're staying at a resort to pick up some snacks before. the night before, because obviously nothing will be open. You want to get some bottled water. You just want to be prepared. That's all it is preparation. Whatever happens day of, you can't really control how many people are going to be there and, you know, all that stuff. But what you can control is your own group. So make sure you got snacks, make sure you got a little breakfast in the morning, make sure you got water bottles. Get there at about 4:30 or 5 a.m., an hour and a half before the park opens. It's gonna be wild. There are gonna be crowds. You gotta go into it realizing you're probably only going to be doing one thing that day. So pick what's most important to you. Is the ride the most important thing for you? Is the gift shop, I know there's going to be a couple, but is a gift shop important to you? Is eating at the cantina important to you? You gotta pick one, because you're probably not going to do all of them. And to have this idea that you're going to be doing more than one thing and then it not happening, you don't want that disappointment in your life. Just be aware that you're probably just going to do one thing. For me, I would go with either doing the ride or going to the cantina. If I was going right at opening, I'd go for the ride. If I went a little bit later in the day or did the extra magic hours at night, I'd go for the cantina. Gift shop, I don't really care that much. I know they're going to do like build your own droid and the lightsabers. I would just rest assured that if I was going to come back to Disney, I would make that my priority for the second trip. Or if you're going to go back to Galaxy's Edge another day, heck, you could go to Galaxy's Edge 3 mornings in a row at 6 a.m. and have each thing a priority a different day. Maybe if if that's what you want to do with your time. For me personally, I would just want to experience opening day, do the ride, go to a stand where they have those droid Coke bottles, or maybe a stand with some merch. But know that the physical big gift shops are probably going to have a couple hour wait. The ride's going to have a couple hour wait, and the food places are going to have a couple hour wait. Now, Galaxy's Edge is, I think, 4 acres bigger than Pandora, so you got a little more space to spread out, which means that they're going to put more people into it, but that also means that because more people can go in, the capacity is going to get cut off later, if that makes sense. Prepare yourself that the capacity for that section will probably be cut off one point at during the day. I would highly recommend staying on property. I know there's no discounts out. They cut all the discounts the day before the Galaxy's Edge opens. So maybe if you're planning on like a quick stay, try and stay on property so you can get those extra magic hours. If you're staying off property and you don't have those extra magic hours, you're probably not getting in the first day. Or if you are, you're going to have to be waiting in a few hour line just to get into Galaxy's Edge to begin with. If that's all you care about, if that's all you care is just getting into the land, it's supposed to be super immersive and it's supposed to, have your own storyline throughout it. If that's all you care about, you don't need to stay on property, but just be prepared to wait in lines. The next thing I would just be prepared for is that if you get into Galaxy's Edge and you're like, you know what, I really want to go to Millennium Falcon ride first, and then there's a huge crowd, just be prepared that other people are going to be savages, like straight up savages. People, even when we went to Pandora in January of 2018, so like it had already been open for a few months, people, even though you're not supposed to, will run, will weave around. We were at the front of the security line in January, and then we were pushed back into the crowd of people by probably like 300 people, because people are just straight up savages. If you want to get into that fight, if you want to elbow your way to the front, you do you, boo. Just know you're going to take the risk of getting caught by like a cast member or maybe being reprimanded. But if you just want to like be a normal person, know that if you're even at the front of the line for something, you're probably going to get pushed to the back or pushed to a middle section. So just like, I don't know, meditate, have your favorite drink or something. Just like, you gotta stay calm in these scenarios, because it's gonna reach capacity. There's gonna be so much going on, so many people, so many super fans, or just people who are pushy in general, ready to push you out of their way so they can get to the front of the line for things. And being the cool, calm, collected person that you are just going to not let them get away with it, but just be mindful and be okay with the fact that even if you're in the front of the line for something, you're probably going to get pushed to the back at some point. Not all the way in the back, but like you're going to fall back a little bit, but that's okay because you want to keep your sanity. I also don't know how early they're letting people line up for this. For Pandora, when we got in, yeah, there's people lined up, but not a lot. I don't know if they keep the parking lots open, if they're going to keep them open at night where people can line up. I know in Disneyland, people could start lining up for like the gift shop if they didn't have a reservation day of at like midnight or 2 a.m. I don't know if they're doing that for World. I feel like World is too big and too complicated to pull that. But just know that people may be lining up for hours before you to go. Again, it's okay. You just have to be ready to switch your plan, kind of have a couple backup plans. So like I said, you're in there, you're in the line, you're going, you said, I'm gonna go do the Millennium Falcon ride. You get there, you get to the front, there's like a 2-hour wait already, or they're projecting a 2-hour wait, and you're like, like I don't want to stand in a line for 2 hours. Then maybe just sit in the fact that maybe you'll just walk around Batu or whatever the land's name is, get a droid Coke, maybe get into the line for a gift shop if the gift shop line isn't that long, and then leave. I'm gonna be on the Disney Parks app that day to just see the wait time for Millennium Falcon, and I'm gonna wait to see the closure of that park, or at least that park section, because it's gonna happen. It's just going to happen. I don't know if this video was very helpful. I just kind of wanted to talk about my Pandora experience and just kind of, I guess, bring expectations back to reality for people going to Galaxy's Edge, just from a personal experience of what it was like going to an opening day of a new land. It's wild, and I think now with social media and what they've been doing to hype it up, you know, you just gotta keep expectations in check. But I think regardless, I think opening day at Galaxy's Edge will be amazing, and if anybody's watching that is gonna have the opportunity to go, I hope you have an amazing time. I'm a little bit jealous. I think it will be incredible just because of the immersive experience. And with that, I want to say, please, please, please be kind to the cast members. If I was a cast member working opening day of I almost said Avatar. Well, same thing applies, of Galaxy's Edge. I would be so scared. I would be scared because it's a new role. It's a new land, it's new everything, and they know that it's gonna be full capacity, no break lines, angry people. Like, just please be kind to them. I cannot even imagine. I'd be so nervous working if that was my job of an opening day park. So just please be kind to them. They are doing their best, because they're, as much as they can plan on their end and as much as you can plan on your end, there is no way of knowing how it's really going to pan out. I think it's going to be interesting in Disneyland. They have reservations, like 4-hour reservation blocks. I think that's going to be interesting, what it's going to be like. But for World, it's going to be 16 acres of madness, man. But again, I hope whoever is going, that they have an amazing time. Going on opening day of Pandora was such a bonding experience for not only me, Summer, and Haley, but also just the people around us. We met some fantastic people waiting in line. Everybody was just having a great time. I mean, I wasn't in a line waiting 6 hours. I was waiting in line for an hour and a half to get back into Pandora. But like, we had an amazing time, and it was a great bonding experience, a great way to meet people. You know, you can meet people from Facebook groups or Instagram. Just, it is what you make of it. So I hope you guys make the best of it. Thank you so much for watching. I will be making more Disney videos. Obviously, I don't even know what other topics I should talk about. I just have to get back to Disney, which will be kind of soon. It's just not soon enough. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next video. Bye.